Okay, so last time I talked to you guys, I was yelling and screaming like a freaking idiot, right? Because I wasn't understanding um excuse me, the Browns and their situation with the quarterbacks. And I just want to say I hope I didn't offend any Brown fans. That wasn't my intention. But so let's get it right. So I didn't understand what was going on, right? So I was ignorant. When I mean ignorant, ignorant means not knowing. I was ignorant, and because I really didn't know what was going on, I would see people talking about it on TV, and I would just laugh and thought it was comic relief because it's Cleveland, like Detroit used to be, and sometimes still is, right? Um, so I'm listening. I'm like, Kenny Pickett? Why is Kenny Pickett? Why did they pick him up? Why did they trade DTR? You know, the quarterback that was from UCLA. Philadelphia was able to get DTR from Cleveland in exchange for Kenny Pickett, right? After Cleveland, I don't, after they got Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh knew they weren't going to keep Kenny Pickett, but somehow or another he ended up in Cleveland, and it seems like somebody got over on Cleveland because it just reminds me like of trading baseball cards when I was a kid, right? And I got it when you get a good deal, a laughing deal, you run off and you're laughing and you're telling your buddies, I can't believe I got so and so for so and so. And the guy who made the stupid trade, he's always going to try to justify himself, but it never works because he still is a laughing stock, right? Kind of like kind of like Cleveland. Like what okay, so what I can't understand about the Browns is why do you have all the what's the need for you to have all these quarterbacks? Now don't get me wrong. Now watch this, guys, and I'm sincere when I say this. You could give me a Kenny Pickett. You know, I don't even care. You can give me Trent Dilfer. I don't care. You can give me any quarterback, one quarterback, and I'm good with it, right? And then we'll just work with them and we'll just deal with what we have, right? That's me, right? But, and guys they'll say two things about me. Ron is delusional, and at least he's consistent with his quarterback. They say, yeah, he's a little bit delusional, but at least he's consistent. Now, my daughter was letting me on a couple of things on about. So, what is it that I'm not getting with Cleveland? What is it I'm not getting?
Which part?
All of it. Like, why? See, my daughter's here to, cause I'm older, right? And you know, you get older, you get a little bit kind of senile, kind of like maybe slower, maybe stupid, right? You know how we used to look at old guys. That's what Yeah, same right. They suck. So I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm missing. Yeah, I mean, because Cleveland is terrible. Well, I mean, so what am I missing?
I know they're terrible, but like, are you saying like the quarterback situation?
Yeah, that the quarterback situation. Why do they have the need to have so many quarterbacks?
I couldn't tell you why because I don't know what round. I forget what round it was, but I forget when they get Dylan Gabriel, and then it was like a day after they got Dylan Gabriel. That's when they got Shador.
Okay.
Shador and Dylan Gabriel weren't on the same day. They were like 2 days apart. Not 2 days apart, but like a day apart.
Okay. So, okay, what was the reason behind them trading away was LTR
DTR.
or DTR? Yeah.
I didn't even know they traded him away, but like.
Because when they had him, I'm like, okay, this works. This works.
Okay, the only reason why with the quarterbacks I know was with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Because last year I think he had was it a ACL tour?
It doesn't matter.
No, but he walked off, and then he walked off one game.
Yeah.
It was him or Anthony Richardson. One of them, I think it was probably both of them. He walked off. Then I don't know who was their backup. It's Joe Flacco.
Okay.
Joe Flacco. And they had Joe.
Your
Flacco.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flacco. Anyway, they got Joe Flacco. But yeah, I don't know.
All right, so we're back at it. As you see, I'm chilling with no shoes on. I don't care. All right, the Goon. They got sure for marketing purposes. That's it. Don't. Hey, Rachel. Okay. Not good team. Them pick it equally. Let's see. It's not good either. Him and Pickett equally one another out. They got Shador for marketing purposes. Yeah.
What?
We can't hear you anymore. Yeah, that's right, because of my phone or whatever. Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I get that, right? So they got Shador for pure marketing purposes, but at what point are you going to start focusing on your program, the Cleveland Browns? I mean, because the original Cleveland Browns, right? And my daughter, you won't really know these guys, but Brian Sipe. So the old Browns, when you said the old Browns, right? We thought of Ozzie Newsome. We thought of all these guys, Ozzie Newsome, Brian Sipe. I mean, the Browns, right? We thought of these guys. Like, these guys were winners. It was like, and guys, if you think that I'm lying. Look it up on the internet. Look it up on YouTube. But when you would say the Browns, that was like almost in a sense like talking about the Cowboys, right? The only difference between the old Browns and the Cowboys, the old Browns were on their way to doing something. You know, eventually they were gonna win, right? And they did. They eventually did, but they were changed over. But now, when the new team is a joke, right? The new team is a joke. So now it's like, and here's I'm talking with my daughter. So here's what I understand. How do you sell tickets to your customers with all these goddamn quarterbacks?
Okay, that doesn't even make sense. So if you do have Shador starting, that will get more tickets in. But if Shador's not starting, you're still gonna have the first weeks, the first like 6 games are gonna be sold out again because everyone's gonna want to go there. The later the season is, the more if they suck more, you're not gonna have more people coming. Cause like if they're not going to the
they
playoffs,
suck already.
No, but I'm saying like their record. Like if they're like the chances they're not like in the record. Okay, first of all, they're in a tough division already. You got the Ravens.
Yeah.
You have I don't know what the Bengals are doing. You have the Steelers. Well, okay, they're in a tough division, but like I don't know what their division does every year. The Ravens are good. They're a playoff team. The Steelers are they're the 9-8 team. They'll make it. I don't know what the Bengals are on. The Bengals, they're a whole nother story. They just need to fix their defense. I really don't see them making it to the playoffs. So when you want marketing, their marketing goes down by like week 10, and I think by then you're like playing your divisionals right there, and that's when it comes for playoffs.
What do you think about Dalen Gabriel?
Me?
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. Have never seen him. I didn't even know who he was until he got drafted.
Because we got our guy on here, the Goon, and I agree with him. He said Dylan Gabriel is trash.
I don't know.
And too short with a weak arm. And then he's putting it out there. Then he goes, Flacco needs to be selling Allstate insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, Pickett needs to be coaching high school football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm with the Goon. What?
Deshaun Watson.
I like Deshaun Watson. I think they need to. Okay, so.
But here's my thing, though. I feel like he's gotten lazier, though. Last season he was lazy because he literally walked off. He got booed off. I don't know if he comes off more like stronger. What happened to him was the fall off. What happened with the Texans and his allegations. That's what happened to him. And he didn't play for like 2 years. I swear he didn't play for like 2 years or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, your guy Goon says Watson mine is not on football anymore, and he's been around Shador. No, he says I've been around Shador Sanders, and this kid is very humble. So okay, guys, here's my take. The Goon and my daughter. Since he was a kid, dude was okay. No, you're good. You're good. So here's my thing, and just keep talking, and I'll read it. It doesn't matter. So, guys, here's my opinion. I think not Shador Sanders, but what's the guy that we were just talking about? Deshaun Watson. I think Deshaun Watson's mind is on football. I just think his mind isn't on Cleveland. I think that Cleveland is a kind of a different kind of city, and I think he took a lot of abuse from the fans in Cleveland, right? Now, remember how he was when he was in Houston. He was pretty good.
Cleveland's just ungrateful. They're ungrateful because they got Mayfield, they bullied him, and then he went to Tampa and he became their quarterback. They're just ungrateful. I don't know how you can be an ungrateful franchise when you suck so bad. And Mayfield literally brought them to a playoff game, and then they bullied him out. And I don't understand. They're just an ungrateful fan base.
Well, I think they gave Mayfield more of a chance than they gave.
No, they didn't. They literally bullied Baker Mayfield, and when Baker Mayfield got there, then they had Odell Beckham, and then Odell Beckham's dad was applying more pressure to it with the hate, and then Mayfield also had those commercials too. Yeah, granted he was doing too much with the progressive commercials, but he still was bringing them to a playoff game. They got to a playoff game with him. With Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, and Mayfield. I remember that era. But they literally bullied him out of Cleveland. It's just their fans. Their fans are ungrateful. I don't know how you can be an ungrateful franchise when you barely have made out of the wild card. So I don't know. It's just them. They're ungrateful.
Well, and you're probably right, but here's my opinion about Cleveland. I think Cleveland, I know a guy who's from Cleveland, right? And then I asked him let's see, hold on. Tell her that's dead. She has a better chance of seeing Moses. He said that was dead. You have a better chance seeing Moses. I hated him. Cleveland is not making the playoffs. I know for a fact that Cleveland is not making the playoffs. And what's going on, Alan? So here's my thing, and I'm telling my daughter, because we had this big conversation today, and I told her I would include her and whatever. But here's my thing, and here's what I don't understand. why do you have all these damn quarterbacks on your team? At some point, you need to have some type of direction as to which way you're gonna go. Now for me, like I was saying earlier, I don't care. I could have you could give me Trent Dilfer, right? You could give me somebody like who was the guy that used to quarterback Chandler. He was the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. He was a good game manager. I love Chandler, right? Why? Because he wouldn't lose a game, right? But he wouldn't win one for you either. He was just good at managing the game. So if you got a quarterback who can manage your game, that works, right? So I don't give a damn, and I'll be honest. Give me Pickens, right? And I'll have Pickens, and I have him playing until we can't have him playing anymore. So my whole thing is, what's up with changing quarterbacks like you changing your fucking underwear, right? You haven't had a championship, and God knows when, and you can't count that championship back in the day because that's the old Browns who's now in Baltimore, right? So these guys that they've got now is just a complete utter joke. And I see my daughter looking up. Go ahead and say it and step in. I just think that the Browns are a big joke, and I think that they're gonna mess up that kid's career, Sanders. I don't think he's gonna do any good in Cleveland. Huh?
How many years did he get signed?
I don't know. How many other quarterbacks have they got signed? Let's see.
But the roster.
They are. Yeah, they are. They're gonna screw him up. Did you see Kenny Pickett shoulder? That first shit was sunken in. Ooh, damn. He also is having shoulder surgery. Oh, Jesus. Really? So they say he's got shoulder problems. Kenny Pickett.
I didn't know that. I know what's his name? Will Levis has shoulder injury too.
Okay. Since I was a kid, these guys hate Cleveland. Yeah. Okay. The owner said that tell them to pick Sanders, so he was ready shitting. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he was Sanders. He was already shitting on him. I mean, hey guys, at this point, right? I think Cleveland is in a bad place. I just think that they're in a really bad place. And I mean, it doesn't matter. See, the thing of it is, these guys are talking about what kind of quarterback. No, you just need a quarterback. It doesn't matter who he is. You get with him, you stick with him, right? But if you've got a core, I can remember when they had Ty Detmer, right? And they played the Lions or something like that, or he threw like 7 interceptions. He set like a league record or something. He threw Ty Detmer. He's an old Cleveland quarterback, and by the way, the Lions picked him up after that. But he had like 7 interceptions in one game, right? If the guy's got 7 interceptions, then that clearly tells you that 2 things: that your coaching is inadequate, and this guy is not NFL material. Right? Am I right? I mean, if a guy is throwing 7 interceptions, that means this guy can't read a defense to save his life, right? A quarterback, right? So a quarterback that comes out, a natural quarterback, a natural born bred quarterback, he's going to be able to read a defense, right? What's the last quarterback you know, an old guy that just retired? Name me one.
Brady.
Brady? Brady knows how to read a quarter defense. He can probably look and see what's coming. He can probably look and see what play he can do and what play he can't get away with running. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a guy that throwing 7 interceptions. That means that something ain't right there. Like, and it ain't all the coaching because the coach ain't out there. It's the quarterback. So that means somebody ain't making the right reads. Somebody is failing big time. So if you got an organization who can't pick quarterbacks, who can't pick coaches, you got to scrap and start all over. But I see that look. I see that look. Go ahead and say it.
I'm just thinking about something. You can continue talking.
I said they didn't tell them to pick Sanders, so he was already shitting on them. Okay, all right. So you says because all right, the owner said I didn't tell them to pick Sanders, so he was already shitting on him. Yeah, I just think that whole thing is pathetic. I mean, it ain't. And see, here's what. Here, well, go ahead and say it. Say it.
I don't know, because 32 teams passed on him. I don't know how someone can drop
You gotta
that.
come up a little bit so they can hear you.
Okay. But I said 32 teams passed on him. What round did he go in?
What round?
Yeah.
7th, I think. I think he went the 7th round. I'm
So.
not really sure.
But anyways, 32 teams passed on him.
Yeah.
But he was originally supposed to go. I remember when he was still in college. I think he was supposed to go to New York. Not the Jets, but the Giants.
Okay.
But they took Jackson Dart. You know him?
No.
He's the white kid. His snap, when he snaps, he just claps. That's his snap.
Okay.
I don't know how he dropped that though.
Who does he play with?
Who?
The kid that snaps. What is Jackson?
Jackson, let me see. It is Jackson Dart.
Is he better than the kid from Chicago? What's his name that you thought was a lot better? What's his name for the?
Caleb?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I never watched college football, so I can't tell you who's good and who's not that good.
So just with you last season or just looking at preseason to now, Chicago Bears quarterback Caleb, I don't know what his last name is.
Williams.
Yeah, Caleb Williams against who was the kid that was there for the Bears?
Justin Fields.
No, not Justin Fields, but the other kid that's still there.
Who? Bryson. Not Bryson. Bryson. Shoot, I just said his name. Tyson Badger.
Yeah, Tyson Badger. So who do you think's better?
I think Badger's better. He played better in last season. I don't know if he can be better this year. I thought he played better in the Hard Knocks because I watched the Hard Knocks.
So okay, so here we go again. So if you say that Tyson Badger plays better, or in your opinion you thought it's better than Caleb, then why in the hell did you draft Caleb? Now, I kind of agree with you because, we saw what's his name, Badger, and when he had played it with the Bears, remember, against the Panthers, we went to that game, right? And what did he do?
Didn't he throw an interception?
Yeah, but he won that game for him because remember, he managed that game.
But the Panthers sucked that season.
Yeah, but remember, I was gambling on that game. I was gambling, and I was pissed because I thought that he would have at least 1 or 2 interceptions. He didn't. He sucked or whatever, but not sucked, but he did a good job at managing that game. So with you saying that you thought that Badger was better than Caleb, I can see it. I can see it, right? Because that season before we went, and I'm pissed leaving the game because I pretty
He
much bet
played.
on Badger to suck, and he didn't.
Hmm. But I don't know. It's the difference. I think Badger. I don't know if Badger played baseball or not, but that's why he's much better. He's more dual. What's the word? He plays dual sports, and I don't know. Caleb's more. He's more strictly. He's more of a football based quarterback. Where from the past, Badger played baseball, then you had Justin Fields. He played baseball, basketball, and football. With Caleb, he's strictly football. That's why he's not as good at sliding. Badger's good at sliding. He's good at sliding. You kind of need to slide when it's like running and sliding.
But watch this again, and I get you. Trust me, I get you. So if you got a Badger, because I thought he was decent. So why did we go draft Caleb? So
Because Caleb was the number one overall, and the Bears had the because the okay the Bears had the Panthers number one pick, right?
yeah,
The Panthers were the worst team that year. So the Bears traded. Remember, they traded for DJ Moore,
yeah.
and then they got. I forget how the trade went, but I know they got DJ Moore, and then they got the first round pick.
Okay.
They traded. I don't know why. I don't know why they traded for Caleb. I don't know why they traded for Caleb. Like I said again, they should have traded for the wide receiver Marvin Harris Jr., the guy from Ohio State. That would have been a connection for Fields. The Ohio State connection. Then you could have got somebody in an O line. You could have built over that. If you have a good second string, you're good.
Mhm.
I don't know why they did it. I think they just grabbed him just because they had the number one overall pick. I don't know, because when you just have the overall pick, you can do anything. You can get anything you want. But they took the quarterback, the number one thing. I don't know. I can't tell you why. Well, actually, no, it's the GM. The GM and Justin Fields didn't get along either. That's the issue too. They didn't get along, so that's why too.
So
Ryan Poles and Justin Fields didn't get along. So if your GM doesn't really get along with your quarterback, he's probably gonna trade him away because he kind of traded him away for some pennies too.
okay, so remember what I told you. So guys, I'm gonna guys give you guys a little story. So my oldest daughter, she loves Justin Fields, right? So Justin Fields was traded to the Bears, and she fell in love with the Bears, right? So I told her, I said, look, um, cheering for, and she went out and got the Bears, paraphernalia and everything, right? And living in Detroit is kind of like sacrilegious to do that, but nevertheless, it's my daughter, so whatever. And I explained to her, I said, well, not this. This is not my youngest daughter here, um, my oldest. And I explained to her, look, cheering for the Lions and going for the Lions is one thing. I said because the Lions are kind of like
It's the same
they're kind of,
division.
huh?
It's the same division too.
Well, yeah, it's the same division, but the Lions is like babies, like children. They don't really understand. They're like a child, right? They don't really understand because they never been to a Super Bowl. They don't never had the right management. They was just terrible.
Barely made it to NFC. Barely have made it into an NFC championship too.
They were like children. They had an attitude. I mean, they had a mindset of a child. But the Bears, I told her, I said the Bears have no excuse. Went to two Super Bowls, won one, almost won a second one. But this is the Bears, and this is what they do. They know better. But you're gonna have I told her, I said, you're gonna have a hard time dealing with these guys. Unlike the Lions, we kind of know what to expect. You got to yell at them. They don't get it, but you know. But that was before MCDC. Go ahead and say what you
No,
want to say.
because I think they also because you remember that game we went to, it was the Lions and the Bears. The Bears were supposed to win that game, and the Lions came back the second half. I remember that they were supposed to lose that game. The Lions on paper were supposed to lose that game, and then out of nowhere, they just came out and they won it.
But I told you guys that. I told you guys. See, I was the unpopular dad, the Lions dad, and I kept telling these guys, Hey guys, Lions better. They got MCDC, and it wasn't cool to be a Lions fan at that point, but I was still one anyway. So they laughed at me. Dad is a retard. Blah blah blah. Except for my youngest one, she kind of knew something wasn't right.
That's the year they were 9-8. That's the year they went to 9-8 and they stopped the Packers from going to the playoffs too. That's the season they basically overturned it. That's kind of what they picked up off of because they were 3-13-1, then they were 9-8, then they were 12-5, then this year they were 15-2.
Now, guys, watch this. All of this, it seems cute now on TV or whatever, YouTube, but it's not cute when she's like correcting me all the time at home and she knows her stuff. So I just invited her on. She didn't want to show her face yet. I said, whenever you're ready, you can have at it, do whatever you want. You don't want to show your face, that's fine, right? And that means that dad won't have to kick a lot of ass either. But, and I just told her, whenever you're ready to come on, and she knows her football, she does. And I brought her on because when I went and picked her up from work, I was talking about football and I was just going through. I'm like, it's something I just can't understand. And then she goes, well, what is it? And I just started going over the Browns. And I said, it seemed like it's a trend. I said because the Bears did that same thing when they've got Williams, right? When they already had was this Badger? Badger, yeah. Well, because Badger, yeah. I put on I gambled that game with the Panthers and the Bears, and it was in Chicago. Was that in November?
That was a Thursday night game.
It was a Thursday night game,
and that was in November too.
Yep, and I bet a lot of some, and I was pissed because Badgin. I bet on Badgin to lose a throw. I had him to throw like 2 interceptions. I don't think he threw one. He didn't throw not one. And remember, I would tell guys, I remember this really good. I was at work and I was telling some lady was talking bad about the Bears and what's the guy's name? Not Fields, but what was the dude's name? The other quarterback that they left that was from Carolina.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky. And I told that lady, I said, she got pissed. It looked like she was drunk. She looked like she wanted to swing on me after I told her. But she probably looks back and said he was right. But I told her, I said, it's not Mitchell Trubisky that you should be mad at. It's the general manager. It's the general manager that you should be mad at. Because, first of all, nobody told the general manager to reach that high and pick Mitchell Trubisky. Nobody told him to pick that high. So now you want to reach that high, get Mitchell Trubisky, right? Then you want to bring him in. And now you want to put all this pressure on him. That's not the expectations. That's expectations you put on him.
Tyson Bagent didn't throw any touchdowns or interceptions that game.
Okay, that's right. I told you. He didn't throw anything.
They just ran the ball.
They ran the ball. He didn't throw any interceptions. Because I was pissed. Because I bet against. As a matter of fact, I had the Bears losing. I had Badgett scoring what? I had him like throwing 2 interceptions. I had him doing a fumble. And my daughter just looked it up and said he didn't do any of that.
I think they just ran that ball that game because he only has 162 yards that game. I don't think they ran that ball. I think they were playing it safe because I don't know. I think Fields came back the week after.
But so watch this. Isn't the name of the game protect the ball for the quarterback? Lead the team, protect the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Badgett did, huh? But sometimes you can save money and use that money to get something else on the team.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. What you think?
What do you mean? Say that again.
You didn't. Okay, so for me, if I'm watching Badgett play that game. Mm-hmm. The flip side, this Ron was pissed because I bet on a lot of stuff that he didn't come through on. Mm-hmm. and he actually came through for the Bears. Good. So now to flip again, if I'm the Bears owner or coaching, that's like thumbs up for me because now I know I got somebody who I can depend on, who I can work with.
Hmm.
And now you can probably use that money and grab somebody on the defense.
That's what I was telling you. They did. That's what I was telling you when I didn't tell you why they got Williams. They could have kept. They could have kept Fields and Bajan. I don't know who the backup was.
Fields wasn't going to stay.
He was okay. No, oh no. So we're not going to talk about this. He could have stayed. He played. I think he's a good quarterback. I know people don't like the running quarterbacks, but he gets the job done. Though, if you want to talk about running quarterbacks, everyone gets.
I think he's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with him, but I just think
He
that he wasn't going to be there.
He wasn't the fit for Chicago because Chicago doesn't probably like that running style.
Wh-
That was different to them.
Well, who's a fit for Chicago, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows. Nobody
knows because Chicago's issue is they're already in a tough division already. They've been getting beat against the Packers. Yeah, they broke the streak against the Packers, but it really didn't matter to that game because I don't think the Packers were playing anybody that game. The Vikings have been beating up on them. Now the Lions are beating up on them. They're just the. I'm not saying they're the underdog, but they're just they're the lesser team in that division.
It's the Bears.
It's the Bears though.
It's the Bears.
They should know better. The Minnesota hasn't won a championship. They don't. Minnesota hasn't won. The Packers have won. The Lions have won. They should.
Well, the Lions haven't won the Super Bowl.
The Lions.
Not a Super Bowl.
I thought the Vikings didn't win either.
No,
The Vikings and Lions both don't.
Yeah.
The Vikings are good.
I think the Vikings been there, but they just never won.
They just don't have it.
Yeah.
Though.
No, you're right.
But I'm just saying that they should know better. The Packers, in my opinion, if we're talking about history all around, the Packers are the best team. Then it comes the Bears. Then it's the Vikings. Then it's the Lions. But for you to be second and the most known in the division, you should know what you want as a quarterback. You shouldn't every year trade for Mitchell Trubisky. No. So they got Mitchell Trubisky, traded him away, got Andy Dalton. Then they traded for Justin Fields. Traded Justin Fields away. Then they got Tyson Badgett, kept Tyson Badgett, and then kept Williams. They're going to do it again in probably like the next 2 years.
But remember I was telling you that it seems like this is a trend that's going on in the NFL. It just seems like you already have that guy who can do the job, Badgett, whatever, all these other guys, but you want to spend more money and get the guy that's supposed to be cool.
It's also, it kind of goes on coaching too. They don't pick up coaches that were on I don't know what's his name before Ben Johnson. What's his name? You had Matt Eberflus. I don't know where he came from. And then you had what's his name? Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy came from the Chiefs. That's where Matt Nagy came from. He came from the Chiefs because I don't know if he was doing something like the quarterback specialist. I know he worked with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he was over there with the Chiefs.
He was with the Chiefs. He's
back
with the Chiefs
here now.
I don't know where Matt Nagy came from. Now they're going to do the same thing with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is not going to be able to form because Ben Johnson, he's special for the trick plays. The trick plays ain't going to work. If you're doing the trick plays at a training camp, they're probably the same play you see at the training camp. They probably want to try to pull at a preseason game. Their first 2 games are they play the Vikings. I don't know. I think Vikings in Minnesota. Then they play the Lions. Then they play Chicago. They play in Chicago against the Lions. That's already going to be set up for failure because the Lions are mad or are already going to be mad. You have people on the offense are low-key kind of salty. I know Amon-Ra St. Brown's salty about it.
About what?
About him going. I think there's salt in the wound with that because that's what I was telling you. I feel like low-key Ben Johnson kind of threw, in my opinion, our playoff game to get into Chicago faster. Because why did he stop running the ball? Why did he stop running the ball? When you
saying that he blew the game?
He blew the game
against the Commanders.
Yes, because he was because why do you have J-Mo throwing the ball? Because J-Mo threw an interception that game. Yeah, we can talk about Jared Goff played poorly that game, but you had J-Mo throwing the ball at one point. So I'm just saying
Well, here's what I did notice. I
they did
noticed
too many
that.
trick plays, and they started the trick plays week 2 when they played. They did the hook and ladder week 2 in Arizona. That's when they started those trick plays.
Well, I do know that the Commanders had the worst um, rush defense in the league. So I'm figuring, wouldn't you just run the ball, right?
Yeah, Demo was hurt, but you had um, Gibbs though. You had Gibbs though.
I mean, I just figured you should run the ball.
They should have run the ball, but they didn't run the ball because I'm telling you, he threw the game. So, what I'm just trying to say is, he's not going to be able to do the same thing, the same trick plays that you were doing in Detroit. You don't have those same weapons in Chicago. You don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, you have a who's one of their wide receivers? I don't know their wide receivers
Who the?
in Chicago. Keenan Allen's not there anymore.
Who?
Oh, you got David Montgomery. You have what's his name? DJ Moore. DJ Moore is not in the top 5 wide receiver class. You don't have a J-Mo. You don't have Gibbs. You don't have a Montgomery. You don't have Isaac Tesla.
Moore's pretty good though.
Moore's good. He's good, but he's not at Amon-Ra St. Brown and J-Mo good though. And also, Ben Johnson didn't use J-Mo.
Well,
he put him in the back pocket though,
But watch this. Watch this. It ain't. What did I tell you guys? When you got somebody you already need, why take it and put it on something that you don't need? They could have probably had an Amon-Ra St. Brown. They probably could have had a different running back. But what did they do? They spent it on something that they probably didn't need to spend it on, a quarterback.
They could have had Amon-Ra St. Brown too, because a lot of people passed on Amon-Ra St. Brown too.
It's the Bears.
They could have had him, but he came from USC too. You could have had. I don't freak. What year did Amon-Ra St. Brown go in the draft?
I don't know, but
21?
I don't know. But remember, I told you he was going to be good because I would watch the college football games here, and I saw Amon-Ra with USC, and I was like, yeah. That's what I knew about DTR. Well, I knew about DTR in high school, but so for Philadelphia to get DTR, that's like a blessing. So when your man,
Oh yeah. Okay, so because Kenny Pickett went to the Browns, DTR went to the.
So DTR is fits the same style of quarterback that they already have now. So if what's his name? Fuckface. What's his name? The quarterback for Philly. Jalen Hurts go down. He gets hurt. DTR, the same type of quarterback, comes right in.
But does he do like what Jalen Hurts does though? Is he like,
probably not.
Because Jalen Hurts is compared to like a Cam Newton.
No, well, yeah, but probably not. But in the guy's head that got DTR actually got a steal, and I kind of get what he was looking at because pound for pound. Now, when Pickett came out, Pickett was like up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know what happened between then and now, right? But he fell dramatically. But when it first came out, he was there. And DTR kind of fell low in the draft. Now, people that know about DTR know that he's a decent quarterback. I know that they got a good steal for him.
Never seen him play.
Huh?
Never seen him play. So
You never seen him play?
No.
Okay, so.
I can't give my opinion on someone I've never seen play before.
Okay, so you pretty much, you want to, when you going to come sit in the chair and talk to the people, you want to say hello to them?
I'm good.
You're good now?
I'm good.
So you're going to come hang out with us?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
This is my daughter. I love her. I had no idea, guys, that she was going to turn into a football fanatic like this. It's just like now, I'm kind of intimidated. Yeah, Carl, feeling better. I'm kind of intimidated when I'm around her and talking to her because she knows her football. So I got to be on my A game. So yeah, yeah. So I got to be on my A game. So, but yeah, she's good.
There's games that come on tomorrow.
Well, I tell you what though, and Carl, that's the first thing come out your mouth. Thanks, dude. Thanks for caring about me. Yeah, I'm feeling better, man. Yeah, feel like you come down with like the flu and stuff. That sucks.
Oh, it's the Browns and the Panthers.
The
Oh
Brown.
no, that's Friday. The games tomorrow are the Colts, Ravens, Bengals, Eagles, Raiders, Seahawks. Oh,
Well, what are the games?
Colts, Ravens, Bengals, Eagles, Raiders, Seahawks, and then the Friday's games are the Browns and Panthers. At oh wait, what time do I get off?
Browns and Panthers Friday.
That's Friday.
What time?
That's at 4 p.m. Ooh, I'll miss like 30 minutes of it. That's fine.
Yeah, Carl. She is a Lion fan.
Lions, Falcons.
She was all of the rest of them. Lisa and then my other daughter. They were buying all. They was eating all that cowboy stuff, and I just let them go for it. And I just told them, hey, look, the Lions is getting ready to make that move, and my youngest daughter, she never said anything, but she just was always quiet. But she always listened to Pops, and Pops didn't lie to her, so she just started talking that Lion stuff. So, she's around on the video. So I told her whenever she wants to make her move. But here's the funny part about it: when she starts talking about football, I'll probably have to take a back seat. I probably have to get another time because she'll probably move me right on out. But I don't care.
Wait. Where's the Jaguars? Oh, they play the Saints. That's a Sunday game. I want to see that one.
What's that?
Travis Hunter. I want to see Travis Hunter because he's on offense and defense.
Travis Hunter. Okay, yeah. Well, the first game, who did they play?
Well, preseason, I'm saying they play they play the Saints, but their first actual home game, their first season game is they play the they play the Panthers. Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't touch that game.
Which one?
Don't touch the Panthers or Jaguars. I wouldn't touch that game.
Well, the Panthers. Who did the Panthers play?
I'm saying week 1 is the Panthers and Jaguars game, and
I just want to. So the Panthers and the Browns.
That's in Jacksonville.
What is that this week?
That's the first weekend. I'm talking about first week in September.
All
I'm
right.
not talking about preseason anymore.
Okay. So who's playing when are the Browns in?
That comes on Friday.
So the Browns and who?
The Browns and it's the Browns and Panthers.
Okay. So here's what I want to see in that game.
I know the starters are playing. So Bryce Young, Xavier Leggett, what's his name? Number 4. It's T-Mac.
So here's what I want to see in that game because see, these are teams that you need to see progress from, right? I mean, so some things you're gonna see, right? You're gonna see the starters getting more time than you would see the Lions starters get more time.
Oh yeah, and Trooper Hubbard too. I feel like the Panthers, I don't know how their defense is, but I think they're trying to build up their offense for Bryce Young. And I think Bryce Young will be better this year because he will have Xavier Leggett, he's good. I don't know about Trooper Hubbard. Then you have T-Mac. He's really good. He came from Arizona State. I know he's really good. He's really good.
Who's that?
You don't know him?
No.
He came from Arizona State. This guy right here. The Panthers. He's good. He's really, really good. He's like really, really good. I don't know if you've seen him before. Yeah, he's really good.
He looks like, who is he?
T-Mac.
He looks like the quarterback.
That doesn't. Him and Bryce Young don't look the same.
Are they the same height?
No, he's taller than Bryce Young.
What does this mean? I
I
mean,
think they're good. I think they'll be good because they're both from California. I think they were talking about the Cali to Cali connection or something like that.
and they probably will be. But my favorite guy, and I don't think he was from California, was DTR. I think DTR was from Philadelphia. Check it out and see where DTR is from. He's from somewhere back east, maybe Cleveland. My cat likes DTR. He always comes out when I say DTR.
Are you saying his college or like his hometown?
It's just hometown. Because he went to Bishop Gorman.
He came from Las Vegas.
Right. That was Bishop Gorman. That was a high school. But what city, where was he born?
Born.
Yeah. I think he was somewhere back east because I didn't know it.
Like Columbus. SC. So South Carolina.
Is that where he's from?
South Carolina.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I knew it was, I didn't know it was South. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, nice being around. You can come
Okay.
join us anytime.
Okay.
So that was my daughter, guys. She's yeah. Yeah, so I mean she's a Lions fan, but she actually knows her football. She actually knows it better than their own man. So, usually I'm just trying to introduce her to the game and to the internet and let her get used to doing it or whatever. I think she'll be better at this than I am, right? Just how that works. As far as like gambling or anything like that, yesterday I had a bad day. I mean, shit. I mean, look. Sometimes you need a break from baseball because baseball is starting to fucking suck. It's really starting to get on my goddamn nerves. I'm just gonna be honest. Hey, Ron, tell us how you really feel. Okay, yeah, here it goes. Yeah, I'm just getting tired of it, right? I'm like, you don't know, right? You don't know. I mean, a team sucks, but then they come in and they fucking win. I'm tired of that, right? I just want some. I'm not saying that football is normal, but it's more normal than baseball. Like today, Toronto came out and just beat the living jack crap out of the you know what I'm saying, the shit, fuck them. But they beat the living crap out of Colorado. That's the name. They beat the jack crap out of Colorado. But watch this. Colorado will come back tomorrow, and they could probably beat the Blue Jays, depending on who's pitching, or sometimes it don't even matter, right? But I'm getting tired of baseball now, guys, and I think everybody is. You get the first preseason game, and you go, okay, I'm sick of this shit because I've been getting my ass handed to me in baseball, and guys, I've had it up to here, right? I've just had it up to here, right? So I don't. It's just kind of getting sick and tired of it, right? I'm just getting tired of it, week in and week out. So, is it refreshing to talk college football? Hell yes. Is it refreshing to talk NFL? Yes. And here's one thing about the NFL. Well, I stayed a little quiet, but I said some things. But here's what I believe in. I don't believe in getting different quarterbacks and switching quarterbacks, right? I believe you get a quarterback, that's your guy, that's your guy. If you don't like him, and he doesn't like you, you learn to like each other. You learn to get along, right? That's what I'm talking about. That kind of old school mentality, right? But Yeah, well, because Pofar is the deal, Carl. How many times I gotta tell you that Pofar was a damn good player for San Diego? I don't know what they probably couldn't afford him, but they shouldn't have let him go because they needed him to offset that lineup with the Dodgers. Because Pofar and the other guy with the Padres who came from I think the Marlins. His last name is starts with an A something whatever Spanish guy, but they're all Spanish. But but yeah. Um, here's the deal, guys. Here is the bottom line. I'm like baseballed out. I'm okay with football season coming in. I'm okay with learning about Sam Houston this year. I'm okay with learning about JMU this year. Is JMU gonna be the same JMU? I'm okay with learning all of that over again. But I'm kind of getting tired of baseball. I'm just up to here, right? Because it's pissing me off, right? You think you got it, right? And you don't have jack crap. Now, here's what I was saying when my daughter was talking. I didn't say much. I'm kind of old school in the sense that you go with the quarterback you draft, right? Now, you draft a guy, and you learn his quirks. He learns your city and all of that. And you guys get along. You learn to get along. But now all of this getting this guy, getting that guy, getting this guy. Look, you want my honest opinion? It's not Sanders, right? It's not Sanders. It's not Pickett, right? It might not even be any of the guys you've got now. What it starts with management. You got to have a consistent person that's there in management that knows football, knows people, and know what they're doing. That's just as simple as that. You know people, you know what you're doing, you know football. That's it. That's all you need. Some of these other guys that's coming around, you get for a GM. Okay, what's embarrassing to me is to see a GM that's in Cleveland with all those goddamn quarterbacks. That's embarrassing. You shouldn't even have a job, dude. You should be embarrassed to even have that come, but because you're not, because it's happening. If I was a GM for Cleveland, I'm like, fucking no way is this gonna happen, and this is gonna happen in Cleveland, so people can laugh at me. No way, because what are all of the rest of those GMs around the league doing? They laughing at him. I don't. Let's see who the Browns GM is. Let's get a look and see who this fucker is, because I want to see him. Browns GM. They got Donald Trump on there. Donald Trump would do a better job than he would. Cleveland fuckers. Cleveland Browns. All right, Cleveland Browns GM. Okay. Yeah, he's got a lot to learn. Andrew Berry. Okay. Okay. The current general manager of the Cleveland Browns is Andrew Berry. He holds the position as executive vice president of football operation as general manager. He was named to this role January 28th of 2020. So there's no excuse, right? 2020. So if you had this job for about 5 years now, right? Prior to this, he served as vice president of player personnel for the Browns 2016 and 2000 through 2018. All right. So, I mean, what? So what it seems like to me is this guy either this guy is like a figurehead, either he's a figurehead or this is a big sham. Maybe if it's all of the above. Because I don't see a man holding a position, running a position like this, right? You know, most men are kind of like, right? You get what I'm saying? Most guys are. I'm not trying to say anything, but about the because I don't know him. But most men, most football guys, and I can just look at the guy and tell he's a football guy and he's a man. He's a man's man. He's a guy's guy, right? Um, he just looks like that. Leads me to believe that this guy may not be calling all of the shots. Because I don't really know too many football guys like this, right? This is not, and I'm sorry to say it, but this is not a GM, right? This guy right here, what we're looking at, it looks like a GM. I mean, looks like a figurehead, so to speak. That's what it seems like. Have you ever seen the guy from the Browns, Rachel?
Who?
The assistant manager. No,
No.
I got
Who's
him
the
right.
assistant manager?
I mean, not the assistant man, well, the GM. This is him right here, but I think he's like a figurehead.
Oh, I've seen him before. I don't know him.
Have you have?
I've seen him before. I've seen him on when they drafted Shador, but I don't know him. Like I don't know what he thinks.
I can tell you what he's probably paid to say what he think what the Browns think. That's what it just seems to me. Because I don't know too many football guys, and he looks like a guy's guy, right? I don't know too many guys that will just keep going different quarterbacks, right? Like, give me this quarterback, give me that quarterback. That sounds like that's somebody in in the high position, like PR, somebody who wants to sell
Well,
tickets.
they said that they I don't know. Somebody said they were kind of forced to draft Shador. Shador was kind of forced to be upon to be drafted. I don't know.
Look, I like Shador. Nothing against him, right? But it's nothing against Shador. It's Cleveland. Cleveland's got to make up their mind on what they want to do.
Wasn't it Shador? Wasn't Shador the one where he wasn't going to their practices?
What do you mean?
Was it Shador?
I don't
I
know.
think it was. I don't know. Was it Shador or am I thinking about basketball? I think maybe it was Shador because I think he was like ignoring the workouts and giving him.
Could have been.
But he still went to. I think it was Shador. It probably been. It probably was Shador.
Well, I mean, if you Shador, you can do that because at the end of the day, what is Cleveland going to do? They don't even know what quarterback they want.
Well, you have to have three. You have on your roster. You need to have three quarterbacks on your roster: starter, second string, and then third string. So I don't know how you're gonna have 5 quarterbacks to make it all on the roster.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rachel. I'm getting ready to end this up with these guys. Hey, guys, I'm getting ready to. We'll be back tomorrow, and I'll probably come back with some picks. I'm just kind of getting. She needs a mic. Yeah, she does. She's a lot better than I am. Looks better and everything, and very polished. I'm fucked up, and don't give a damn anymore. Yeah, but hopefully she'll want to do it and whatever, and then she'll probably usher the old man up out of here. So, I can see that coming. I really don't even care though, but. Guys, we're out. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk more football. We'll still talk baseball. I'm just kind of, baseball is just like pissing me off, but we still got it. So, but we got football coming in. So we just usher it in and we can just talk more football And bets, yeah, still goes as follows, man. I mean, do I have anything today? Nah, not really. I'm just kind of I'm just kind of like ready for it to be over with. Like, so the good thing about football coming in, you can take like a break and mix some football in with some baseball, like September and October, and you can mix some baseball in, and you'll kind of still be up on it to know, right? So when you got football, college football, and everything like else going on, we can kind of mix some of that baseball in. But right now, guys, I'm kind of like baseballed out. I'm kind of pissed off too, how things have been going. Um, the Tigers, all I mean, all of these changes, and you getting, JP Sears going here and there. Some kind of like, what? Everybody's making changes, but people that should be making changes, or people who shouldn't be making changes, is making changes. So it's just like it's all weird. Like it's kind of like being a GM for the Browns. I feel bad for this GM guy that's for the Browns. I'm looking at him because, well, I don't feel too bad because he's getting compensated for it. But at the end of the day, yeah, I could probably do that job because he's getting compensated good money for it. But it won't be anybody of any stature, anybody that was popular would take that position because it shows that you're not consistent in your actions and your thinking. And most guys are. I can guarantee you this guy doesn't run his home like that. I can guarantee you that. I can almost guarantee you that. This is somebody who doesn't know about football, just trying to learn the game, and is sticking their hands in something that they have no business doing. And that's why the Browns suck. And when Art Modell left Cleveland, did I know it was going to be this bad? Hell no, I didn't. I didn't know. And guess what? It's bad. Maybe Art Modell knew what he was doing. God damn it, Cleveland. I'm sorry. It has to be said. Maybe Art Modell knew something. That name Cleveland just wasn't right because it's like you guys is just kind of like you're just doing just stupid shit, man. It's just like stuff you shouldn't be doing. Okay, let's done with that. I'm done with that. See you guys tomorrow. Let's get some football going. We have a lot of stuff going tomorrow. Love, peace, and hair grease. Boom.